Hey, what's up, friends? Welcome back to Game Brigade. I am Brian Greer, and today we're going to be talking about games that I'm backing or looking at on Kickstarter/GameFound. This used to be a series I did a lot, and I kind of melded it into my monthly review series, and I feel like I want to kind of take it back and have it be its own because it just feels like it fits better as its own setup of a series. So we're going to be doing that. As a heads up, the first two projects we're going to be looking at are non-board game related, but I'm still backing them, and maybe you're going to be interested in what I am backing, so they're going to be in the front so they don't get missed. So let's go ahead and bring up the first project. So this is Emora book, The Stranger and the Statue, and this is by Ivy Labs. And Ivy Labs is a division of Ivy Studios who creates board games such as Moonrakers, Veiled Fate, Mythic Mischief, some of my favorite games, and they are creating this book. And Emora is a book that is about this young girl set in a high fantasy setting where she will be, I believe she has some sort of mythical powers or mystic powers, and really, I'm backing this for my daughter because anytime there's a powerful female lead that's going through some sort of journey or something like that, I want to support that. And I also think it'd be good content for my daughter to read when she's a little older. Obviously, this is way years down the road, but I'm actually backing right now at the gold level. I'm really trying to support them as much as I can. I really like Ivy Studios. So anytime they have a project that really shows off some cool designs and cool ideas, I want to support it. Plus, I like their stuff. So this is the first project, Emora. If you are interested in something like this, the base pledge level is really well priced. I can't find it here. Hold on. Let's see. The base one, if you want the book, right here, copper, 20 bucks. Like, you can't beat that price, guys. $20 for a hardcover version of this book, and it's going to be a good book. If you want to support a company that makes great board games and also is doing something cool, I would please check it out. So the next one is the Suprise 4 Secret Novels by Brandon Sanderson. I have actually never read Brandon's books, never read any of his things. This is more for my wife, who's very interested in it. And it's kind of fun to be involved in the highest pledged Kickstarter to date. So my wife was interested in me backing this, so I backed it. They have like some pretty cool things down here with the books where you get like all these swag bags. I will not be doing this because it's hard for me to spend as much money as they want, like $500 for unknown stuff. I mean, I bet they're going to be really cool and fun to be involved in. It's already expensive it is for just the books. Like, not going to lie, these are expensive books. But for right now, she's interested. So it'll be a little gift for her for probably Christmas or something when it comes around. So that's it for the non-board game related materials. So let's take a look at the games I'm either backing, I'm canceling, or that I'm interested in. And the first one is Kingdoms Forlorn. We did a video on this one for Should You Back, where I talked about the campaign, talked about all the aspects. Kingdoms Forlorn is an incredibly deep game. Into the Unknown has created a game here that I am almost nervous they've overcreated, because if you look at like some of the potential things they've talked about and some of the projects they want to involve in this, we're not hitting it because the funding is not reaching what they're wanting. Even though they're at $1 million, there's still so much locked behind stretch goals that I'm nervous we're not going to be able to unlock it. And maybe they will do like some companies do, where post-campaign, where they're picking up late pledges. A lot of campaigns will pick up even more than their original campaign through just late pledges. So maybe they will release additional content through that. But there's just still so much. This game, I'm telling you guys, if you are into exploration, delver, campaign, like dungeon crawler, but with more strategic combat because of the boss battle aspect, this is going to be a game you want to get involved in. There's a lot of customization. There's so many different items that you can unlock. Even with the small prototype that I have, there's a lot of depth in just that alone. So I can't imagine what having 4 full kingdoms could have. So right now I'm just in for the core game. Most likely this will go up. I'm just kind of keeping an eye on what everything's going to look like at the end of the day. I definitely know I want the game at the core level. I probably want the game with all 4 kingdoms that are currently released. That's Kingdoms Forlorn. The next one that I'm not currently backing, and I'm more interested in it, but I'm kind of, what is it? Not phoning a friend. Play like something audience. Ask the audience. I'm asking the audience. Why is that so hard to think of? I'm asking the audience. Tang Garden Seasons. I think that this game looks really good. It's a pretty game. I love the theme, but am I buying a game just because it looks incredibly pretty? Is the gameplay of this game actually good? My fear is that the last time I backed this company, I think it's, what are these guys called? I can't remember the name of the company. It's like Eagle Griffin Games or something like that. I can't remember what the name of their company is. It's on like the boxes. It doesn't really matter. Regardless, I backed one of their games, still waiting on it. And it's been a while. We can actually check what game did I back that I'm still waiting on. This one right here, Spirits of the Forest Moonlight. This closed. Let's check it's fine. I know we're kind of just going deep here. So I backed at this level. Obviously, you can see that. This was July 21, 2020. So this was 2020. We're coming up on almost 2 years now, and still waiting on this project. So obviously delayed. I would hope that that's not a consistency with all their projects. Obviously, 2020 was an awkward year. But I'm really wanting to know, is this tile laying game fun? And if it is, where do you go? I do appreciate they have this chart here. Do you own Tang Garden? No. Are you available with all the are you interested in all the content? I like this, because if you say no, they're like, hey, well, just get seasons in the base game and you could be good, or get the complete collection. What I normally do is I get the complete collection, and I know I probably would never play all of it. So, I mean, let's be honest with myself, but I'm a completionist. It's who I am. I do that with like everything I do. I try to complete everything. That's why it takes me so long to beat The Witcher. But I just want to ask, who has played Tang Garden? Is it worth backing? If I'm backing it for my wife who hasn't played a board game with me in like a year, is it worth it then either? Because I back these kind of games because I'm like, oh, my wife would love this. That's pretty cool. I'll look right there. I would back this because I think, oh, my wife would love it. But who knows? One of my rules, where I talked about this too, and one of my top 5 things that board gamers do and we don't do, is say, don't buy games for other people. It's kind of hard because it's your wife, but still, if they don't play games, it's hard to play. So Unsettled. I'm currently not backing this one, but that's because I'm hoping that I can get this from my LGS through their pledging system. That way I can avoid having to pay shipping. But I am a little nervous because if I can't get a guarantee through them, then I was going to late pledge. But they actually have a thing in here. I've never seen this before. They have, are the free on Kickstarter items exclusive? Will they be available to backers after the campaign? And they're talking about how those items are included free with those bundles until the campaign closes. So I'm assuming the way I'm reading this is those are only going to be free to the people who back the project during the campaign. During late pledging, even if you back at that bundle level, I'm assuming they're saying you're not going to get those free items. I have never seen a campaign do this before. I'm glad I actually went through the FAQ to read this. So that makes me have a little bit of FOMO because I want the game. I want Unsettled. And I want to make sure I'm getting everything and not having to pay more than I necessarily have to. And it's not like the exclusives that they're talking about. They're way down here. I think it's these. It's not like these exclusives are that incredibly important to get. Like, just more faces. They're just stupid heads. They don't really do anything. It's like $3. This community survival pack, I'm a little bit more interested in this. Again, $5. So we're at $8 right now. And then you have the scientific specializations. The friends that I have that have played this game said that this is like not incredibly necessary, and they just see like it's nice but not something you really need. That one's $15. So now we're getting a little bit more expensive here. And this is again included in those pledge levels. And let's see here. You have this Luna's Rift thing. Again, more people in my Discord said that this is not completely needed. $7 were free on Kickstarter. So there's a couple of things here that, you have this thing. This is also free. So it's starting to get up there. Like these are things that are free. All this stuff right here that, I guess I miscounted one of them, that I will not be getting if I get it in the late pledge. Because I really considered maybe just doing $1 or late pledging and then trying to see what my LGS has and see if I can just get through them. Maybe I can avoid shipping. But now I'm having a little bit of FOMO because I'm like, wow, is it worth the $20 or whatever the shipping is and just locking it down now? So that's where I'm at right now. And this campaign is coming up. It's like, 40 hours left, 42 hours left. I just talked about my like issues of what I'm wanting. But Unsettled, obviously, is a game where players are going to be marooned or landing on a planet of some sort, and the players are cooperatively trying to solve how to get off the planet by completing specific objectives or missions that they're going to be doing. And it's going to require players to be doing different tasks and doing things. And I hear it feels like you're riding on a razor's edge. We are constantly feeling like you're going to lose the game when you win the game. I like those games. I like it where it feels like it's a tight, really clean mechanical system. And I'm really excited to play this game. I really and think the thematic look of it, all of it jives with me. So I'm wanting the game. So that's my thoughts on Unsettled. Next one, Starship Interstellar. So this game is a game that if I were 12, the theme of this game just is like right up what I loved when I was a little kid. Used to write books and short stories off of stuff like this. But the idea of this one is the sun. We have been harvesting from the sun. It's causing it to go red giant a little earlier than we anticipated. And so we're going to have to leave our solar system to try to find some more viable systems. And so basically this game is incredibly messy. If you're looking at the photos, like, it's so messy. And it's a Euro game, from everything I can tell, with a lot of different modules and different things you can be doing across the board to complete whatever way you want to win the game, whatever way you think is going to be the most beneficial, such as harvesting more planets or the sun, harvesting more sun, or mining up some of these planets that are available. It looks really good. I'm just not the biggest Euro player. So that's the only thing holding me back from this game is getting in on the Euros. I just don't play Euros like I used to. And I also really want the Euro to be, if I do play a Euro, it's generally one that's like highly touted within the community because of how good it is. And generally they have very clean mechanics. And it's just a pleasure to play. But when I play some Euros that aren't very clean, it just feels like it's a slog. So I have not played Interstellar. I don't know how good it is, but it does intrigue me. I forgot to click this remind me, so let's click that. So what do you guys think? Has anyone looked into this game? It looks like, let's turn this down. It looks like a mess though when I'm watching these videos. Like, there's so much stuff going on. But it still intrigues me a little bit. So I'd like to get your guys' thoughts. I know I'm kind of rambling a little bit on this one, but that is one I am still interested in. I love the theme of it. Not sure if I like the gameplay. So this one, 51st State Ultimate Edition. I've never played this game, and I've had a lot of people tell me it's a good game. Hand management game, kind of set in like a post-apocalyptic theme. I've been told kind of Mad Maxy theme. I like those themes. I kind of dig Fallout. Like, Fallout's one of my favorite games, and this is a good way to get in on a game that's supposed to be very, very good. So I'm very much intrigued by this one. The pricing for it, if you look, for the English edition, I think it's like, 80 euros. Not bad at all. 80 euros. You guys can't see it because it's my screen's cut off here, but 80 euros. Not bad price. Here we go. We can just click that button. I think whenever I'm looking at a Kickstarter, and if it's like at the $100 mark or less, it's less scary to get involved in that, because like when I'm looking at Kingdoms Forlorn, and this one's going to be like telling me, oh, we're going to want $500. That's a lot of money. Like that's a car payment. So this one's going to be harder to sell to me than getting this. So, and this one I hear is an incredible game. So I kind of want to get people's opinions on that. Who has played 51st in general? Is it worth getting? And is this a good price? Would you recommend it? So those are the games I'm currently interested in, that I'm either backing or looking at. I'd like to get your thoughts on them. What do you guys think of this episode? This was kind of what I used to do back in the day with a Kickstarter callback. Like I said, I kind of melded it into the monthly update, but I felt like it was kind of getting lost in what that episode had become. So I wanted to make it its own show. Hopefully this was enjoyable for you. Please leave a comment down below and let me know. Give me a thumb up and help support the channel. Otherwise, I will talk to you all later. Peace.